Have you ever wondered if you can improve upon your most powerful stage performance? In this video, we will discover some of the most powerful and iconic quotes about acting. Quotes with the power to ignite your acting journey and take your performance to the next level. Let's start with a quote that's all about the magic of rehearsals. Lin-Manuel Miranda, the genius behind Hamilton, has some wisdom for us. I think the process of making anything is going as far afield as you can and then reconnecting to the original impulse. That's the gig. So the learning here is that rehearsal is your playground. Try everything. The wild, the weird, the unexpected. Then bring it all back to what feels true to the character. It's like cooking. Sometimes you need a pinch of something unexpected to make the dish perfect. Next, let's tackle something every actor faces. Stage fright. Queen Latifah, a powerhouse both on stage and screen, has a brilliant take on this. She says, "I've always approached things with hunger and just enough fear. Plenty of confidence, you know, but just enough fear to work extra hard. Paralysing fear does nothing, but the kind of fear that makes you nervous enough to be really aware and focused, I like that kind of fear." Isn't that powerful? That healthy dose of fear can be your best friend on stage, pushing you to give your best performance. So next time you feel those butterflies, remember that they're just helping you to fly higher. And what about realism in your acting? Sanford Meisner nails it with this. If you have the emotion, it infects you and the audience. If you don't have it, don't bother. Just say your lines as truthfully as you are capable of doing. You can't fake emotion. So true. If you're genuinely feeling it, your audience will too. Now let's talk about making character decisions. Sarah Snook gives us profound advice. Stand behind whatever decision your character makes, even if it's the wrong one. Imagine you're playing Lady Macbeth. Her decisions might be questionable, but commit to them fully and your portrayal will be unforgettable. And now Sanford Meisner offers a valuable lesson in handling criticism, which is crucial in our field. You can't learn to act unless you're criticised. If you tie that criticism to your childhood insecurities, you'll have a terrible time. Instead, you must take criticism objectively, pertaining it only to the work being done. Consider criticism as a sculptor's chisel. It might chip away at your rough edges, but it's shaping you into a refined artist. Take it in your stride and let it enhance your craft. And now Jeff Daniels gives us some great advice on commanding the stage. He says, "Flip it. Hit the stage and go, keep up. But you've got to do the work. You can't do that without preparing the work. The great ones work that hard all the way to the end. So to truly own the stage, you need to prepare thoroughly. Once you're there, give it everything you've got. Don't slow down or become complacent, and make the audience fearful of missing any of your performance." And now Judi Dench offers a poignant thought. "The more I do, the more frightened I get, but that is essential. Otherwise, why am I doing it?" So the learning here is, please know that fear is part of the process. It keeps you on your toes and pushes you to explore new heights. Therefore, a little fear is enormously beneficial, as it keeps you sharp and interesting to watch. Gene Hackman's approach reveals the grandeur in every role. He says, "Honesty isn't enough for me. That becomes very boring. If you can convince people what you're doing is real, and it's also bigger than life, that's exciting." So consider your performance a grand spectacle. It's not just about being truthful. It's about making that truth resonate with a larger-than-life energy. Always stay realistic, but aim for the stars, and let your character's personality fill the room. Now onto character depth. William Dafoe shares an interesting and thought-provoking idea. When you work on anything, you want to find the range of impulses. Which ones get portrayed is another question, but you want to have that complexity and that fullness, even if you're playing a cartoon character. So think of your character as a multi-layered cake. Even if you're playing something exaggerated, adding layers of depth and nuance makes the performance rich and delicious. And now Jessica Chastain perfectly describes the actor's constant battle. It's tough acting. You have to walk 2 lines of a tightrope. There's the all-consuming fear of failure, and there's also confidence. You have to be confident to try new things, and they fight each other all the time. So picture your performance as a tightrope walk between fear and confidence. Balance is key, and finding it is an ongoing process. Now, Stella Adler's advice is pure gold. You have to understand your best. Your best isn't Barrymore's best or Olivier's best or my best, but your own. Every person has his norm, and in that norm, every person is a star. Olivier could stand on his head and still not be you. Only you can be you. What a privilege. Nobody can reach what you can if you do it. So do it. We need your best, your voice, your body. We don't need for you to imitate anybody, because that would be second best. And second best is no better than your worst. So think of yourself as a unique instrument. There's no one else who can play your notes or sing your melody. Your uniqueness is your strength. Embrace it, and the world will take notice. Rami Malek provides this perspective. When you do something that people respond to, and then you start altering the blueprint for what worked, it's pretty fear-inducing. But sometimes you have to do that in order to push the boundaries. So the learning here is changing what's successful can be intimidating, but it's essential for growth. Dare to step beyond the familiar and explore new creative territories. The best work comes from those who are always prepared to innovate and evolve. Another great actor, Jack Lemmon, gives us one of the greatest pieces of advice when he says, "If you really do want to be an actor who can satisfy himself and his audience, you need to be vulnerable." So think of vulnerability as the secret ingredient in a powerful performance. It's about laying your emotions bare and letting your audience connect with your raw, unfiltered self. Dive deep into your character's heart and let that vulnerability shine. So remember, every role is an opportunity to explore, grow, and connect with your audience. And there we have it. If you liked this video, please consider commenting, liking, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell so you won't miss any future videos.